Hello and welcome to week 3. For week 3, first I want you to address your reading assignments. So this week you're going to read a couple of Sappho's poems and you're going to read Oedipus the King by Sophocles. Then you're going to move on to the overview of literature. For project number 1, which is due at the end of this week, you want to go ahead and open up that document. And what you're thinking about here is this is just a review of project number 1. You looked at this last week, but you're going to choose one of these approaches: analysis of a character, situation, that affects the plot, or character development, comparing characters, comparing themes, looking at style. All of those you looked at last week when you were thinking about that annotated bib. Now, what I want you to remember is that you'll quote from the literature itself. So whatever works you're working to explicate for your audience. So if you're working with Gilgamesh and the Hebrew Bible, for example, those will be expected to be quoted from in your paper, but also to outside critical sources. I can't stress that enough. You want to be looking for those scholarly, peer-reviewed sources. That's why we are using the Macomb Library databases. All right, this paper is 3 to 5 pages, typed and double-spaced. It should be in MLA format, meaning that it will also have a works cited page. So that is due at the end of the week. This is just a little help with parenthetical citations. Sometimes it's, wondering, how do I cite a particular source in the text of my paper? So this document just walks you through the typical way and then some exceptions. So, if there's no page number, for example, or leading in with the author's name as opposed to ending with author's name and page number, if there isn't an author for the work, if you're working with more than one work by the same author, etc. So this will walk you through not only the general rule, but some exceptions. So hopefully that will help as you think about citing in the text of your paper. For the end of the week, all of these are due on Sunday, September 11th at 11:59 p.m. But what I want you to remember is that you have a discussion forum. So this time you're looking at the role of gods in relationship to humans' actions across at least 2 of the works we've read, and then think about what is the writer trying to say to the audience by illustrating the relationship between gods and humans in this way. So you'll have your initial post and then respond to 2 other classmates just like you have been, and that's due on Sunday. You'll take your quiz, quiz number 3, and you'll submit that project. Now, if you do, some of you are working with Microsoft, some of you are working with Google Docs. If you are working with Google Docs, you have got to make sure that anyone with the link can view it. I don't have a shareable Macomb. If you shared it with my address at Macomb isn't linked to a Google account, so I'm not able to open it. So just make sure that anyone with the link can view, and we should be, I should be able to look at that, and you can add a Google link instead of submitting your project. If you have any questions as you move throughout the week, don't hesitate to ask.